God says, "I am in tears. I have been trying to warn you for hours. This is your final chance. Listen to God now. Don't skip God." My child, do not look away from these words, because I have been reaching toward your heart for hours, and you have almost missed the moment that could change everything before you. I am speaking now with urgency, because the path ahead of you is about to shift, and the warning you hear is not meant to frighten you, but to save you from a door that leads to pain. I see the weight you have been carrying, and I see the confusion surrounding your next step. And that is why I am speaking clearly, so you will not walk forward alone. If your heart believes that I am guiding you even now, write Amen in the comments to declare that you receive my voice. I am not distant from you, even though many times it has felt that way while you were struggling quietly. I have been standing beside you while you questioned whether anyone truly saw the battles inside your mind and heart. Every sleepless night, every moment of uncertainty, and every silent tear has been seen by me. This is why I am calling your attention now with urgency, because what you are about to face requires that you listen carefully and trust that my hand is guiding you. You may have wondered why certain things have been delayed in your life, and why some doors that seemed promising suddenly closed in front of you. It was not because I abandoned you, and it was not because you were forgotten. I closed those doors because the direction behind them carried consequences that would have harmed the future I am preparing for you. What looks like delay to you has been protection from my side. Listen carefully to what I am saying now, because this moment is important for you. I have been whispering to your heart through small signs, quiet thoughts, and unexpected reminders throughout this day. Those were not coincidences, and they were not accidents. They were gentle calls from me, trying to guide your attention before you stepped further towards something that would have brought sorrow. The reason I say that this is your final chance is not because my love for you ends. My love for you is constant and deeper than you understand. What I mean is that the opportunity to change direction before the coming moment will not last forever. I am calling you now while the door of wisdom is still open, so you can step onto the path that leads toward the life I prepared for you long before you understood your own purpose. Pause for a moment and let your heart settle as you read these words. You are not here by accident, and you did not arrive at this moment randomly. I guided your attention here because I wanted your heart to hear what many distractions around you have been trying to silence. If these words are touching your spirit right now, take a moment to support this video with a like, so that more people who are searching for hope can also encounter encouragement. You may have felt recently that something important was about to happen in your life, even if you could not explain the feeling clearly. That quiet sense inside you was my spirit gently preparing your heart. I have been working behind the scenes in ways that you cannot yet see. While you were worrying about tomorrow, I was already arranging pieces of your future so that your path would open at the right time. There are forces of discouragement that try to convince you that nothing will change for you. Those voices whisper that your struggles will continue and that your efforts will lead nowhere. Those voices do not come from me. I speak life over you, and I speak hope into the parts of your heart that felt empty and tired. I know the fears that sometimes rise inside your thoughts when you think about the future. You worry that you will make the wrong choice and lose the opportunity meant for you. You wonder if you are strong enough to handle the responsibilities that may come. I am telling you now that you do not walk alone through those decisions, because my guidance will continue to lead you step by step. Even when you feel uncertain, I am still directing your path in ways that you may only understand later. Many times the clarity you desire appears after you choose to trust rather than after you demand proof. Faith grows in moments when the road ahead is not fully visible, but your heart decides to keep walking with me anyway. That kind of faith is powerful, and it opens doors that fear can never unlock. You have survived moments that once felt impossible. There were seasons when you thought you would not recover from the pain or confusion surrounding you. Yet, you are still here, still breathing, and still searching for light. That is not weakness, but evidence of the strength I placed inside you. Do not underestimate the resilience that lives within your spirit. Every trial you passed through was shaping your character and preparing you for responsibilities that require courage and compassion. The experiences that once seemed like losses will eventually become the wisdom that guides others through their own darkness. I want you to understand something very important about this moment. The warning you hear now is not meant to shame you or make you feel guilty. It is a loving call from a father who sees the danger ahead and refuses to remain silent. I would rather speak urgently to protect you than allow you to continue unaware. Many times people ask for guidance but ignore the answers when they appear quietly. I know that your heart has been searching for direction recently. That is why I am speaking with clarity now, so you will not overlook the opportunity to change course before it becomes more difficult. My voice is not harsh toward you but protective, because I want your future to be filled with peace rather than regret. Is it finally time to try the same CIA secret ritual that's changing lives in seconds? This newly leaked CIA-backed study reveals a 7-second money ritual transforming lives overnight. Scientifically validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it rewires your mind to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and exotic travel, but this secret won't be online much longer. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently removed. As you listen, remember that you are not forgotten and you are not alone in the struggles you face. I am closer to you than the worries that try to overwhelm your thoughts. Even when circumstances appear uncertain, my plans for you remain steady and purposeful. If you believe that I am still guiding your life despite the storms you have faced, write 111 in the comments to show your trust in my presence. Many people pass through seasons where they feel surrounded by confusion, plans change unexpectedly, relationships shift, and doors that once looked promising close without explanation. Yet within those moments of uncertainty, there is often a hidden form of protection taking place. Faith reminds us that not every closed door is a loss, and not every delay is failure. When a person pauses long enough to listen, they begin to understand that God's care is constantly working beneath the surface of life. Even when circumstances appear chaotic, there is a greater order unfolding beyond human understanding. Every moment of patience strengthens the heart, and every step of trust builds a deeper connection with divine purpose. This quiet strengthening prepares the soul for what lies ahead. Many people who walk through hardship feel forgotten for a time. They wonder why their prayers seem to echo into silence, and why their efforts appear to lead nowhere. Yet throughout history, countless believers have discovered that the periods of waiting were actually seasons of preparation. In those quiet seasons, character grows stronger and faith becomes more resilient. Sometimes what feels like delay is actually divine timing at work. Human plans often focus on immediate outcomes, but God's plans reach far beyond the present moment. A door that opens too early can lead to trouble, while a door that opens at the right time can transform a life. Learning to trust that timing is one of the deepest lessons of faith. As you reflect on these words, take a moment to affirm your faith quietly in your heart. If these thoughts resonate with your spirit, write Amen in the comments to express your belief in God's guidance. There are moments when life presents choices that shape the direction of the future. Those moments rarely arrive with loud announcements or dramatic signals. Instead, they appear quietly, wrapped inside ordinary decisions and everyday circumstances. A conversation, a sudden thought, or an unexpected opportunity can become the turning point of a person's path. This is why spiritual awareness matters so deeply. When the heart becomes attentive to God's presence, even the smallest moment can carry wisdom. Guidance does not always arrive through grand events. Sometimes it comes through the quiet conviction that gently leads a person away from harm and toward peace. Throughout Scripture and Christian tradition, believers have always understood that God's care reaches into the details of daily life. Nothing is too small for divine attention. The struggles, hopes, and fears that fill the human heart are all known and understood by the Creator who formed that heart. Because of this, no prayer is ever truly unheard. Faith also reminds us that challenges are not meaningless obstacles. They often become the training ground where strength and wisdom develop. Every difficulty teaches patience, and every trial reveals the endurance that lies within the human spirit. Over time, those experiences shape a person into someone capable of helping others through similar storms. Think about the moments in your life when things seemed impossible. Perhaps there were times when you felt certain that nothing good could come from the circumstances surrounding you. Yet somehow the story continued, and strength appeared where weakness once stood. Those moments become powerful reminders that divine help often arrives in ways we cannot predict. Encouragement has a remarkable power to lift a weary heart. When someone hears words that remind them they are not alone, hope begins to grow again. That hope becomes the light that guides them forward, even when the road ahead feels uncertain. Faith-filled encouragement can transform despair into determination. Many believers describe their spiritual journey as a path filled with unexpected turns. At times the way seems clear and peaceful. At other times it feels narrow and difficult to follow. Yet through every season, the presence of God remains constant, offering wisdom, comfort, and direction. This understanding becomes especially important during moments when fear tries to dominate the mind. Fear often whispers that failure is inevitable and that nothing will change. Faith answers those whispers by reminding the heart that divine strength is greater than human weakness. When faith grows stronger than fear, courage begins to rise. Every person carries a unique calling within their life. That calling may not always appear dramatic or widely visible. Often it unfolds through simple acts of kindness, perseverance, and compassion. By living with integrity and love, a person becomes part of something far greater than themselves. You may not yet see the full purpose of your journey, but every step still matters. Each decision, shaped by faith, moves you closer to the future that God has prepared. Even the smallest act of obedience can create a ripple that changes the course of a life. If these reflections encourage your spirit and remind you of the strength that faith brings, write 1111 in the comments to show your trust in God's ongoing guidance. Another important truth is that spiritual growth rarely happens in comfort alone. The moments that challenge our patience and resilience often become the turning points of our transformation. Through those experiences, we learn to rely less on our own understanding and more on the wisdom that comes from above. Consider the countless stories of people who faced overwhelming circumstances, yet discovered a new sense of purpose through faith. Their trials did not destroy them. Instead, those trials shaped them into stronger and more compassionate individuals. The same possibility exists for anyone willing to trust the journey. Why is the government working so hard to bury this 7-second brain ritual? A stunning CIA leak has just exposed a 7-second brain ritual now, allowing regular people to clear debt and invite unstoppable wealth. Supported by 4 neuroscience labs, this easy at-home method is transforming financial struggles into dream lifestyles. New homes, vehicles, vacations, it's all becoming possible. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Hope is not simply a feeling that appears during easy times. It is a steady confidence that continues even when the path becomes difficult. That kind of hope comes from knowing that God's love remains constant through every season of life. When a person holds on to that hope, their perspective begins to change. Problems that once seemed permanent start to look temporary. Obstacles that once appeared impossible begin to feel manageable. Faith becomes the lens through which the future is viewed. The presence of God is often felt most clearly during quiet moments of reflection. When the noise of the world fades and the heart becomes still, a sense of peace often replaces the tension of worry. That peace is one of the greatest gifts of spiritual life. You may find that peace in a moment of prayer, in the beauty of nature, or even in a simple act of gratitude. Wherever it appears, that peace serves as a reminder that divine care surrounds you. It reassures the heart that you are never walking through life alone. Every new day offers another opportunity to trust that care more deeply. With each sunrise comes a fresh chance to move forward with courage and faith. The challenges of yesterday do not have to determine the direction of tomorrow. As you continue on your journey, remember that the strength within you was placed there for a reason. The compassion you feel for others, the determination that pushes you forward, and the hope that refuses to disappear are all signs of divine influence working quietly in your life. When you carry those qualities into the world, you become a source of encouragement for others who are struggling. Your story may become the inspiration someone else needs to keep going. In that way, faith spreads through lives and communities, bringing light into places that once felt dark. Many people spend years searching for clarity about their purpose. They look for signs, direction, and reassurance that their lives truly matter. In those moments of searching, faith becomes a steady light that leads the way forward. It reminds the heart that no life is random and no struggle is meaningless. When someone begins to trust that truth, their outlook slowly changes. The same circumstances that once felt overwhelming start to reveal hidden lessons and opportunities. Challenges become teachers rather than enemies. Difficult moments become stepping stones instead of barriers. This transformation does not happen overnight. Faith grows gradually, much like a seed that takes time to become a strong tree. Each experience adds a layer of wisdom, and each step forward strengthens the roots of belief. Over time, that faith becomes unshakable, even during life's storms. You may have noticed moments recently when your thoughts became more reflective. Perhaps you began questioning the direction of certain choices or considering new possibilities that once seemed distant. Those moments of reflection are often the beginning of spiritual growth. They invite the heart to pause and listen more carefully to the guidance that has always been present. In those quiet moments, many people begin to realize that they are not as alone as they once believed. The presence of God becomes clearer through small signs of grace that appear throughout daily life. A word of encouragement from someone unexpected, a sudden solution to a long-standing problem, or a moment of peace during chaos, can all become reminders that divine care is always near. If these reflections are strengthening your faith right now, write 777 inches the comments as a quiet sign that you believe God continues to guide your life. Faith does not remove every difficulty from the road ahead. Instead, it changes the way a person walks through those difficulties. With faith, fear loses its control over the mind. Worry begins to fade, replaced by a deeper sense of confidence that God is working even when circumstances remain uncertain. There are times when people feel discouraged because their progress seems slow. They compare their lives with others and wonder why their own path appears more complicated. Yet every journey unfolds differently, and each person's story carries its own timing. What matters most is not how quickly someone moves forward, but whether they continue walking with trust. Patience becomes one of the greatest strengths a believer can develop. Waiting is rarely easy, especially when answers feel far away. However, patience allows wisdom to grow and prepares the heart for opportunities that would have been overwhelming earlier in life. It teaches a person to rely on divine timing rather than rushing toward uncertain outcomes. Think about the times when something you desired deeply did not happen right away. At first, it may have felt disappointing or confusing. Yet later, when circumstances changed, you may have realized that the delay actually protected you from making a decision that would not have been right. That realization reveals how unseen guidance often works quietly in the background. Another important truth about faith is that it brings courage during uncertainty. Courage does not mean the absence of fear. It means choosing to move forward even when fear is present. When someone places their trust in God's direction, they gain the strength to take steps they once believed were impossible. Every believer eventually reaches moments where a choice must be made between fear and faith. Those moments shape the direction of life in powerful ways. Choosing faith opens the door to growth and opportunity. Choosing fear often leads to hesitation and regret. The good news is that no one has to face those decisions alone. Prayer becomes a powerful way to reconnect with divine wisdom during times of uncertainty. When someone speaks honestly to God about their worries and hopes, they create space for peace to enter their heart. That peace often provides the clarity needed to move forward. Many people discover that prayer also changes the way they view their struggles. Instead of seeing problems as obstacles that block progress, they begin to see them as experiences that develop resilience and understanding. Through that shift in perspective, hope grows stronger. Hope is one of the most powerful forces within the human spirit. It has the ability to sustain people during times when circumstances appear overwhelming. Hope reminds us that difficult chapters are not the end of the story. They are simply part of the process that leads towards something better. Do you know why everyone's whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A brainwave ritual leaked from the CIA is changing lives across the globe. Proven by neuroscience, this 7-second method helps regular people attract money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. This understanding allows believers to move through life with quiet confidence. Even when the future remains uncertain, they know that divine love continues to guide their steps. That knowledge becomes the foundation of lasting peace. At times you may feel as though your efforts are unnoticed or your progress is invisible. Yet every act of kindness, every moment of perseverance, and every decision to remain faithful adds meaning to your life. These moments may seem small, but together they shape a powerful testimony of resilience. People often underestimate the influence they have on others simply by living with integrity and compassion. A kind word spoken during someone's difficult day can change the direction of their thoughts. A moment of encouragement can give someone the strength to continue when they felt ready to give up. In this way, faith spreads through everyday actions. Your own journey may inspire others in ways you cannot yet see. The struggles you overcome today may become the encouragement someone else needs tomorrow. This ripple effect is one of the beautiful ways God's love moves through human lives. If you feel strengthened by these reflections and believe that your journey still carries purpose, write 1212 in the comments to affirm your trust in the path ahead. The future may still contain challenges, but it also holds possibilities that have not yet appeared. Faith encourages us to look toward those possibilities with courage. Instead of focusing on what might go wrong, believers learn to focus on what could go right when guided by divine wisdom. Many of life's greatest breakthroughs arrive after seasons of persistence. People who continue moving forward with faith often discover opportunities that once seemed impossible. Their determination becomes the bridge between hardship and transformation. Remember that growth often happens quietly before it becomes visible. Just as a seed grows beneath the soil before breaking through the surface, spiritual strength develops inside the heart before others can see its results. During that hidden stage, patience and trust are essential. As you continue your journey, hold firmly to the belief that your life carries meaning. Every challenge you overcome adds depth to your character. Every lesson you learn prepares you for new opportunities ahead. There are times when people feel as though they are walking through a fog where nothing ahead seems visible. The next step may appear unclear, and even familiar surroundings feel strange and distant. Yet it is often within that fog that spiritual growth begins to deepen. When sight becomes limited, trust becomes stronger. Many believers eventually learn that clarity rarely arrives all at once. Instead, it unfolds gradually as each step forward is taken. The path ahead becomes visible little by little, just enough for the next movement of faith. This gentle unfolding teaches patience and strengthens the confidence that God continues to guide every step. The heart also begins to notice that even the smallest blessings carry great meaning during difficult seasons. A moment of peace after a stressful day, a supportive conversation with someone who understands, or a sudden sense of calm during prayer can remind a person that they are not abandoned. These quiet reminders become powerful sources of encouragement. Spiritual awareness often grows through reflection. When people pause to consider how far they have come, they begin to recognize the strength that has developed within them. Challenges that once felt overwhelming become evidence of resilience rather than weakness. Through reflection, the soul realizes that divine support has been present all along. If these thoughts resonate with you and remind you that your life is still being guided with purpose, write 999 inches the comments as a sign of your continued faith. Faith has a remarkable way of restoring courage when discouragement begins to grow. The world often teaches people to rely only on what they can control and understand. Yet spiritual life reminds us that some of the most meaningful changes occur through trust rather than certainty. When someone places their confidence in God's wisdom, they discover strength beyond their own understanding. This kind of trust allows the heart to remain calm, even when circumstances appear unstable. Instead of reacting with fear, a believer learns to pause and seek guidance through prayer and reflection. That pause often reveals a new perspective that would have been missed in the rush of worry. Every person eventually reaches moments where they must decide whether to continue forward or retreat into hesitation. Those moments may involve personal dreams, relationships, or opportunities that require courage. Faith encourages a person to move forward with confidence rather than allowing fear to decide their future. The journey of faith is rarely a straight path. There will always be unexpected turns, lessons to learn, and moments that challenge patience. Yet those experiences shape a person into someone stronger and wiser. Over time, the heart begins to appreciate how each part of the journey contributes to growth. Another powerful aspect of spiritual life is the sense of community that develops among believers. When people share encouragement, pray for one another, and offer support during difficult times, they create a network of hope. Through these connections, God's love moves through people to strengthen others who feel weak. Encouragement can change the direction of someone's day or even their entire outlook on life. A simple reminder that someone is valued and supported can restore hope in ways that are difficult to measure. By offering kindness and compassion, Believers become instruments of encouragement for those around them. Your own experiences may allow you to understand struggles that others are facing right now. The wisdom you have gained through hardship can become a source of comfort for someone who feels lost. In this way, personal challenges often transform into opportunities to help others. When people begin to recognize the purpose within their experiences, their perspective shifts. Instead of focusing only on what was difficult, they begin to see how those moments shaped their character. Strength, patience, and compassion grow from trials that once felt unbearable. Is it really possible for a 7-second ritual to turn financial struggle into overnight wealth? This leaked, CIA-backed study uncovers a 7-second money ritual that's changing lives right now. Endorsed by 4 neuroscience labs, it reprograms your brain to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now living their dream lives, luxury homes, new vehicles, exotic travel. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. Faith also teaches gratitude, even during imperfect circumstances. Gratitude opens the heart to recognize blessings that might otherwise be overlooked. It allows people to appreciate the goodness still present in their lives, even while facing challenges. Through gratitude, the mind becomes less focused on what is missing and more aware of what has already been given. This shift creates a sense of peace that strengthens the spirit. It reminds believers that every day holds moments worth appreciating. If these reflections encourage you to keep trusting the journey ahead, write 10 inches the comments as a declaration that you are continuing forward with faith. One of the most comforting truths about faith is the understanding that no season lasts forever. Difficult chapters eventually give way to new beginnings. Just as night always leads to morning, times of hardship eventually lead to growth and renewal. People often discover their greatest strength after passing through moments they once feared they could not survive. When they look back, they realize that those trials revealed courage they never knew they possessed. This realization builds confidence for whatever lies ahead. Hope grows stronger when someone remembers how many times they have already overcome obstacles. Each victory, no matter how small, becomes evidence that progress is possible. These memories of resilience become a source of motivation during future challenges. Life's journey continues to unfold in ways that may surprise you. Opportunities may appear where you least expect them. Relationships may deepen, and new paths may open that lead toward greater purpose. Faith allows the heart to remain open to these possibilities. Trusting God does not mean that every moment will be easy. It means believing that every moment can still serve a purpose within the greater plan of life. This belief transforms uncertainty into anticipation rather than fear. As you move forward, remember that spiritual growth is a lifelong process. Each new experience adds another layer of understanding and wisdom. The lessons learned today may guide your decisions for years to come. There will always be moments when the path ahead seems unclear, but faith reminds us that clarity often arrives with the next step. By continuing forward with trust, patience, and courage, believers discover that they are capable of far more than they once believed. The presence of God in a person's life becomes evident not only through miracles, but also through the quiet strength that carries them through ordinary days. That strength appears in perseverance, kindness, and the determination to keep believing in a hopeful future. Growth often begins when a person chooses to keep believing, even after disappointment. Many people reach a point where they feel tired from trying and waiting. They may wonder if their efforts truly matter or if their prayers are making any difference. Yet faith gently reminds them that progress is often happening in ways they cannot yet see. When people look back at earlier chapters of their lives, they sometimes realize how many times they were protected without even knowing it. A missed opportunity that once felt painful may later reveal itself as a blessing. A difficult ending may open the door to a new beginning that could never have happened otherwise. These realizations slowly build a deeper trust in God's wisdom. Trust grows stronger each time someone continues moving forward despite uncertainty. Every step taken with faith becomes evidence that the journey still holds purpose. Over time, those small steps form a path that leads toward greater peace and clarity. Many believers discover that spiritual strength often appears during the quietest moments of life. It may arrive while sitting in reflection after a long day, or during a simple prayer spoken from the heart. In those quiet moments, the mind becomes still enough to recognize the reassurance that God's presence brings. The heart begins to understand that divine guidance rarely forces its way into life with loud commands. Instead, it often appears through gentle direction, peaceful conviction, and a growing sense of clarity. Those who learn to listen carefully begin to notice this guidance more frequently. If these reflections strengthen your faith and remind you that your life is still being guided with purpose, write 555 inches the comments as a sign of your trust in God's continued presence. Another important lesson that faith teaches is perseverance. Life rarely unfolds exactly as people expect. Dreams sometimes take longer to appear, and plans may change in unexpected ways. Yet perseverance allows believers to continue walking forward even when the destination is not fully visible. Perseverance is not simply about enduring hardship. It is about continuing to hope and believe that better days are ahead. This mindset transforms challenges into opportunities for growth rather than reasons to give up. Throughout history, countless individuals have achieved remarkable outcomes because they refused to surrender their faith during difficult times. Their stories remind us that persistence often becomes the bridge between struggle and success. Each step forward brings them closer to the future they hoped for. Faith also encourages humility, reminding people that they do not have to carry every burden alone. Turning to God during moments of weakness allows strength to return. Prayer becomes a way of releasing worries and placing them into the hands of someone who sees the entire path ahead. When someone chooses humility instead of pride, they become open to learning and growth. They begin to recognize wisdom in unexpected places and appreciate guidance from others who care about their well-being. This openness allows new opportunities to enter their lives. Spiritual life often becomes richer when people begin to appreciate the small blessings surrounding them. The warmth of friendship, the comfort of family, and the beauty of simple moments all become reminders of God's care. Gratitude transforms everyday experiences into sources of encouragement. Over time, gratitude also changes the way people view their circumstances. Instead of focusing only on what feels difficult, they begin to notice the goodness that still exists within their lives. This shift in perspective brings peace and strengthens faith. Could a CIA-leaked brainwave ritual be the fastest shortcut to a life of luxury? Newly released CIA research has just exposed a jaw-dropping brainwave technique that's letting everyday people attract massive wealth almost instantly. This 7-second home ritual, proven by 4 neuroscience labs, is transforming debt into dream houses, cars, and luxury getaways. If you're reading this, consider yourself lucky. The page could be taken down any time. Click the link in the description and comments to know the secret before it's gone forever. Another powerful truth is that every person carries the ability to bring hope to others. A compassionate word or a thoughtful action can change the direction of someone's day. Kindness becomes a quiet way of sharing God's love with the world. When people act with compassion, they create ripples of encouragement that spread far beyond what they can see. Someone who receives kindness during a difficult moment may later pass that same kindness to someone else. In this way, hope continues moving from one life to another. If these thoughts inspire you to keep moving forward with courage and faith, write 15 inches the comments as a declaration that you are continuing your journey with trust. Faith also invites people to release the fear of the unknown future. While no one can predict every detail of what lies ahead, believers trust that their lives are held within God's care. This confidence allows them to approach tomorrow with calm rather than anxiety. The future may hold challenges, but it also holds possibilities that have not yet appeared. Opportunities may arise when they are least expected, new friendships may form, and new directions may open that lead toward greater purpose. Remaining open to those possibilities requires courage. Courage means believing that positive change can still occur even after disappointment. It means continuing to hope when circumstances have previously seemed discouraging. People who live with this mindset often discover that life becomes richer and more meaningful. They approach each day with a sense of anticipation rather than fear. Every new experience becomes part of the story that God is helping to shape. It is also important to remember that personal growth is rarely visible immediately. Just as a tree grows slowly before becoming strong, spiritual maturity develops through time and patience. Each lesson learned adds strength to the foundation of faith. Eventually, the changes that once seemed small begin to reveal their impact. The person who once felt uncertain now walks with confidence. The heart that once carried fear now carries peace. This transformation becomes one of the most beautiful aspects of the spiritual journey. Through faith, people begin to see themselves not as victims of circumstance, but as individuals guided toward purpose. Their struggles become part of the story that shaped their resilience. Your own journey continues to unfold in ways that may surprise you. The strength you have developed through past challenges is preparing you for opportunities that may soon appear. The wisdom gained through experience will help guide you through decisions yet to come. As you continue forward, hold firmly to the belief that your life matters deeply. The steps you take today are shaping a future that still holds promise. Even during uncertain moments, faith reminds you that God's presence remains constant. Every chapter of life adds depth to the story you are living. Some chapters bring joy while others bring lessons. Together they create a journey that reveals the power of perseverance, trust, and hope. When people look back on the challenges they have faced, they often notice how much they have changed. The fears that once controlled their thoughts may no longer have the same power. The doubts that once seemed endless may have faded as new confidence emerged. Through perseverance and faith, the person who once felt uncertain becomes someone who walks with greater courage. This transformation does not mean that life suddenly becomes easy. Challenges will always appear in different forms, and new decisions will always require thought and patience. Yet something inside has shifted. Instead of feeling defeated by every difficulty, the heart now recognizes that it carries the strength to continue forward. Spiritual growth often works quietly like this. It develops through daily choices, through moments of prayer, and through the determination to keep believing even when circumstances are unclear. Every time someone chooses faith instead of fear, they add another layer of resilience to their spirit. Over time, that resilience becomes a powerful source of stability. As people grow in faith, they also begin to see the world differently. Situations that once seemed meaningless begin to carry lessons. Encounters with others become opportunities to show kindness and compassion. Even ordinary moments begin to feel more significant because they are part of a larger journey. If these reflections remind you that your life is still unfolding with purpose and direction, write 17 inches the comments as a simple affirmation of your trust in God's guidance. Another important realization often appears during this stage of the journey. people begin to understand that their story is not only about their own experiences. The lessons they have learned and the strength they have developed can become encouragement for others. Through sharing hope, they become part of a larger community built on faith and support. Every act of encouragement carries the potential to change someone's outlook. A kind message or a thoughtful gesture can lift a person who feels discouraged. These moments of connection remind people that they are not facing life alone. They reveal how faith brings individuals together in powerful ways. Many people who once struggled deeply later discover that their experiences prepared them to help others facing similar challenges. The wisdom gained from hardship becomes a gift that can guide someone else through their own difficult moments. In this way, personal trials often lead to meaningful purpose. Faith teaches that even the hardest seasons can produce growth. Just as storms strengthen the roots of a tree, life's difficulties can strengthen the character of a person who refuses to give up. Each challenge becomes a chance to develop patience, compassion, and perseverance. Over time, this understanding creates a sense of calm within the heart. Instead of fearing every obstacle, believers learn to approach difficulties with trust. They know that every chapter of life carries lessons that will shape them for the future. Another beautiful aspect of faith is the way it nurtures hope. Hope allows people to look beyond present struggles and imagine the possibilities ahead. It reminds them that today's circumstances do not determine tomorrow's opportunities. Hope also encourages patience. When people believe that better days are possible, they become willing to continue moving forward even during uncertain times. This patience allows new opportunities to appear in ways that might not have been noticed otherwise. What if a quick 7-second brain ritual could truly wipe out your debt and fill your life with unstoppable abundance? A shocking CIA leak has just revealed a 7-second ritual, now helping ordinary people clear debt and attract unlimited wealth. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, this easy-at-home method is turning financial problems into dream lifestyles. New homes, cars, vacations, it's all happening for real people. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Think about the many ways your own journey has already revealed unexpected blessings. Perhaps a setback led you toward a new path that brought greater fulfillment. Perhaps a difficult decision eventually created space for growth and discovery. These experiences show how life's direction can change in meaningful ways. If these words strengthen your determination to keep trusting the journey ahead, write 1919 inches the comments as a declaration that you are continuing forward with faith. Faith also brings a deeper appreciation for the present moment. Many people spend years worrying about the future or regretting the past. Yet when they begin to live with gratitude, they discover the beauty within the present day. The simple moments of life often hold the greatest meaning. A conversation with someone who understands, a quiet moment of reflection, or a peaceful walk through nature can restore the spirit. These moments remind us that joy does not always arrive through grand events. Gratitude transforms the way people see their lives. Instead of focusing on what is missing, they begin to recognize what has already been given. This perspective creates peace and allows hope to grow stronger each day. As faith deepens, people also learn to release burdens that once weighed heavily on their hearts. Forgiveness becomes possible where resentment once lived. Understanding replaces anger, and compassion takes the place of judgment. Through this transformation, the heart becomes lighter. Letting go of past pain does not erase the experiences that shaped a person. Instead, it frees them to move forward without carrying unnecessary weight. When the heart releases bitterness, it creates space for healing and growth. This process takes time and patience. Healing rarely happens instantly. Yet every step toward forgiveness and understanding brings the soul closer to peace. As you continue walking through your journey, remember that every chapter contributes to the story being written in your life. Some chapters may feel joyful and bright. Others may feel challenging and uncertain. Together they form a path that leads toward greater wisdom. Your story is still unfolding, and new opportunities may appear in ways you do not expect. The strength you have developed through past challenges will guide you through the decisions that lie ahead. With faith and perseverance, you will continue moving toward the purpose that has been quietly forming within your life. Trust that the lessons you have learned will serve you well in the future. The compassion you have developed will allow you to help others who need encouragement. The courage you have gained will allow you to face new challenges with confidence. Life's journey continues step by step, revealing its meaning gradually. Each day offers a new chance to grow, to show kindness, and to strengthen your faith. By embracing these opportunities, you become part of a greater story of hope and transformation. As this path unfolds, remember that you are not walking alone. The presence of God remains constant, offering guidance, strength, and comfort through every stage of life. With patience and trust, the future will continue to reveal possibilities that bring deeper purpose and lasting peace. Many people underestimate how much courage it takes simply to keep moving forward. They believe courage must appear as something dramatic or heroic. Yet, real courage often looks like continuing to hope after disappointment, choosing kindness after hurt, and believing in purpose even when the future feels uncertain. These quiet acts of faith reveal the strength within the human spirit. Every step forward adds another page to the story of your life. Some pages are filled with joy and celebration, while others carry lessons learned through hardship. Both types of moments are necessary for growth. Together they create a life that holds wisdom, compassion, and resilience. The more people reflect on their journey, the more they begin to see patterns of guidance that once seemed invisible. Events that once appeared random reveal connections that point toward a greater purpose. It becomes clear that many circumstances were leading them toward growth they had not yet understood. When this realization begins to settle in the heart, fear slowly loses its grip. The person who once worried constantly about the future starts to trust that the path ahead will continue to unfold with meaning. Faith becomes less about searching for answers and more about trusting the direction that life is taking. If these reflections remind you that your journey is still guided with purpose and hope, write 222 inches the comments as a sign that you are continuing forward with faith. One of the most powerful changes that faith brings is the ability to see opportunity within difficulty. Challenges no longer appear only as problems to escape. Instead, they become moments where growth can take place. The person who embraces this mindset begins to move through life with confidence rather than hesitation. Confidence rooted in faith is different from confidence based only on circumstances. Circumstances can change quickly, but faith remains steady. When someone believes that God continues to guide their life, they find strength that goes beyond temporary situations. This strength becomes especially important during times of uncertainty. Life sometimes presents decisions that feel overwhelming. The mind may struggle to weigh every possible outcome, and the fear of making the wrong choice can create hesitation. Yet faith reminds us that wisdom often arrives through patience and reflection. By slowing down and seeking guidance, the heart becomes clearer about the direction it should take. Prayer, reflection, and quiet moments of listening allow peace to replace confusion. Another important part of the journey involves learning to trust your own growth. The person you are today is not the same person you were years ago. Experiences have shaped your understanding and strengthened your character. Because of this growth, You now carry insight that will help guide your future choices. Why is this 7-second CIA ritual spreading everywhere so fast? New CIA leaks have revealed a powerful brain ritual that triggers instant wealth flow. This 7-second technique, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, is rapidly changing lives. From crushing debt to dream vacations, this could be your shortcut to abundance. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Many people forget to recognize how far they have come. They focus only on what still needs to change, rather than appreciating the progress already made. Taking time to acknowledge growth builds confidence and encourages continued perseverance. Encouragement also plays a powerful role in strengthening faith. Words spoken with kindness can remind someone of their value during moments when they feel discouraged. The simple act of lifting someone's spirit can create a ripple effect that spreads hope through many lives. Your own words and actions may carry more influence than you realize. A thoughtful message, a supportive gesture, or a moment of understanding can become a turning point for someone who feels lost. Through these acts of kindness, faith becomes visible in the world. If these reflections encourage you to keep sharing hope and compassion with others, write 555 inches the comments as a quiet declaration that you choose to live with faith and kindness. Another beautiful aspect of spiritual growth is the sense of peace that gradually fills the heart. This peace does not depend on perfect circumstances. Instead, it grows from the understanding that life's challenges are temporary and that guidance continues to be present. When peace becomes part of a person's outlook, they approach life differently. They no longer feel the need to control every outcome. Instead, they focus on doing their best with each step while trusting that the future will unfold as it should. This mindset allows people to experience greater freedom. They become less weighed down by anxiety and more open to possibilities. With each passing day, they discover that hope becomes stronger than fear. Hope has the power to transform the way people see their lives. It reminds them that every chapter of the story still holds the potential for growth and renewal. Even when circumstances appear challenging, hope keeps the heart moving forward. Many individuals who once struggled deeply later discover that those struggles prepared them for a meaningful purpose. The patience learned during difficult seasons becomes a source of strength. The compassion developed through hardship allows them to support others with genuine understanding. Purpose often grows from experiences that once seemed painful. Over time, those experiences become the foundation for helping others find their own courage. In this way, personal growth becomes a gift that reaches far beyond one life. As you continue reflecting on your journey, remember that the story of your life is still unfolding. The chapters ahead may hold opportunities you cannot yet imagine. New experiences, relationships, and discoveries may appear in ways that surprise you. Trust that every lesson you have learned is preparing you for what lies ahead. The wisdom gained from past challenges will guide you through future decisions. With faith and patience, each step will reveal new understanding. Life rarely moves in a straight line. It twists and turns through moments of discovery and reflection. Yet each turn adds depth to the journey and reveals something new about the person you are becoming. Allow yourself to move forward with confidence, knowing that growth continues with every step you take. The courage you have developed through past experiences will carry you through future challenges. Your resilience is proof that you are capable of far more than you once believed. Faith invites you to continue trusting the process of life. Even when the full picture is not yet visible, each step forward contributes to a greater purpose. Through patience and perseverance, the path ahead gradually becomes clearer. As the journey continues, Hold on to the truth that your life carries meaning. The kindness you share, the strength you show, and the hope you maintain all contribute to a story of resilience and faith. Each day offers another opportunity to grow and to encourage those around you. As the journey of faith continues, there are moments when a person begins to recognize that their life is moving through a quiet transformation. The same heart that once felt overwhelmed by fear starts to carry a deeper calm. The thoughts that once rushed with worry begin to slow down and reflect with patience. This change does not happen instantly, but over time it becomes clear that faith has been strengthening the spirit from within. Many people reach a point where they realize that their greatest growth did not happen during the easiest seasons. Instead, it came during the times when life felt uncertain and difficult. Those moments demanded perseverance and courage, and through them the soul discovered its true strength. The person who once doubted their ability to endure slowly became someone capable of facing challenges with confidence. Life often reveals its wisdom through reflection. When someone pauses to look back at the path they have traveled, they begin to see how every experience contributed to who they have become. The struggles taught patience, the victories taught gratitude, and the unexpected turns taught flexibility. Each part of the journey played a role in shaping a stronger and wiser person. Faith becomes even more meaningful during this stage of understanding. It reminds the heart that every step, even the difficult ones, can lead toward growth and purpose. Instead of fearing the unknown, believers begin to trust that the future holds opportunities they cannot yet see. This trust brings a quiet confidence that allows them to continue moving forward. If these reflections strengthen your belief that your life is still unfolding with purpose and direction, write 7 inches the comments as a simple expression of your faith. Another powerful realization appears as people grow spiritually. They begin to understand that their journey has the potential to inspire others. The lessons they learn through hardship can become encouragement for someone else who is facing similar struggles. Through sharing hope and compassion, they turn personal experiences into a source of strength for others. Encouragement has a remarkable ability to change the atmosphere around someone who feels discouraged. A kind word spoken at the right moment can restore confidence. A supportive gesture can remind someone that they are valued and understood. These moments may seem small, but they often leave lasting impressions. Could a hidden CIA discovery explain why so many are suddenly living in luxury? Secret CIA research has now come to light, revealing a brain-hacking ritual that draws in wealth like magic. It only takes 7 seconds. You can do it at home, and it's supported by 4 neuroscience labs. People are ditching debt and living in luxury right now. But this information won't stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted. When people choose to uplift others, they create a ripple of positivity that spreads far beyond the original moment. One act of kindness can inspire another, and soon an entire community can be touched by the power of compassion. Faith encourages believers to become part of this chain of encouragement. Another important lesson that develops along the journey is the value of patience. Many dreams take time to appear, and many goals require steady persistence before they become reality. Patience allows a person to continue working toward their vision without losing hope during the waiting period. The waiting season can sometimes feel uncomfortable because it requires trust without immediate results. Yet this period often prepares the heart for the responsibilities that come with success. It builds discipline, humility, and resilience that will later support future achievements. Think about the moments when something you hoped for took longer than expected to arrive.